fucking episode are we on?
Hello, everyone. How are you today?
Welcome to our Fuck.
All right, so here we are. We're gonna go ahead and do some, and here we are. We're gonna do some more New Vegas. And oh wait, no, this isn't a thing.
Well, I mean, so you all, after you taken that big ass nap, you all wake up on this cart, and what you hear is, the Imperials caught you at the border too. That guy over there, that's Ulfric Stormcloak. They got him. Anyway, how pissed off would you guys be if I actually fucking did that?
I would be fine with this, actually.
Let's just derail the entire campaign. Sounds like a plan to me.
Just put it directly into Skyrim. So yeah, were you guys taking a short or a long rest?
We were taking a long rest. We actually boarded up the freaking door,
Aaron put a fucking spell on the door, an explosive rune spell on the door to fucking explode if anyone tried to get in there.
And Tarnok's eating all the fish that's left over.
Okay.
And Feather set up the that
cordon of arrows.
Yeah, cordon of arrows.
Yeah,
the second we sat down, Dennis set off.
Yeah, you heard a yelp. I'm glad that you guys just know his name because I just had it as a name tag and made him say it out loud.
He's a menace. He's like Spider-Man.
There we go. Does that make one or all of you James Jameson or like the Green Goblin or something?
Well, that there menace Spider-Man has been terrorizing the prison cell area with his stupid booby trap fiascos.
I'm just imagining him with like pictures that he places and then there's traps next to them.
How can we trust him? He hides behind a mask.
There is two of you fuckers with masks.
Yeah.
Only one of us is hiding behind it.
I think it'd be pretty cool if like all four of you wore masks, but anyway.
We need to get masks for Jacob and Tarnok, that's his name.
You do have a mask in the bag of holding.
Let's not.
Here, Jacob.
Put it on your face, Jacob. Just jammer. Anyway. All right. So, you all collectively are decided to take 8 whole hours in a prison that you've just broken into and hold yourself up into this specific room that we
know it's a bad idea, but we're sleepy.
Okay.
We know it's a bad idea, but most importantly, we have no choice, yes.
Yeah, we're like out of spell slots and shit.
And Jacob thought running through an entire storm of fish was a good idea.
You were the one who kicked the door down, so fuck you.
I'm the one who got to eat everything and he was happy about it. So not a bad decision.
And isn't afraid of anything. Anyway.
No, I'm afraid of stuff. I'm afraid of a vegetarian diet.
You have a what now? Vegetarian diet? Heathen!
Tarnok has fears.
An apple a day will keep Tarnok away because he's apparently afraid of them.
They go good with meat.
So you're all collectively doing a very a rest or a nap or a general break, I suppose. Is there anyone you're keeping awake during this?
I think we should take turns being awake.
Agreed. We should take shifts.
Okay. So as you're sleeping in shifts, you notice something a little strange about the room you're in.
Okay, what do we notice?
It turned green. No,
or rather, who notices it?
That's a good question. Let me get my dice for this. Because I haven't exactly decided. Okay, so Jacob, during your shift, You notice a whole bunch of bubbles coming through the corners of the room and going up to the ceiling.
So Jacob just kind of looks over at the bubbles, probably putting 2 and 2 together, and that, usually when you have bubbles, that means air is coming up, right?
Yeah, and like it starts a little bit at first, but then it starts going a lot. And the water up at the ceiling is actually starting to go down.
Jacob kind of swims. Jacob just kind of looks over at everything and kind of goes over to Aaron and shoves her awake. Aaron.
I'll punch an entire foot-long dragon in the face. Don't. Oh, hi, Jacob.
Aaron, why is the water going down?
Would she know, or do I have to roll for this?
History at advantage.
All right. History at advantage.
Because it's mostly like a memory check. That's a thing this prison can do. It can just empty out the water of specific rooms or entire floors.
Oh, that's a thing this prison does. Empties water sometimes of floors or rooms.
Why would they do that, though?
I think it depends. ...
Like
the opposite of waterboarding, I guess.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's the possibility, but I mean, granted, you've been on land this entire time, and
yeah,
Jacob's
but
just kind of
some Triton get really anxious when they're in dry land for too long.
Jacob just kind of sits there for a second. Oh no, he just makes a realization. Oh no. Goes over to the door. You said this was a prison, right?
Uh-huh.
You think this is I think this might be a cell?
Probably, I don't know.
You think it possible we might have locked ourselves in?
Well, not really. I can just make the wall go away, and Featham can just ghost out, so...
Oh, fair enough. I mean, yeah, so if anyone... I mean, worst case, one of us can probably just get out of the cell, but we should probably...
How long have we been resting for?
That's a good question. How long have we been resting for?
GM?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to say it... you haven't gotten a full 8 hours, I'll say. Probably like 6 at the most. And it seems to be like with how fast the water is going down, it's going to take like roughly 30 minutes for the room to be empty of water.
Jacob just kind of looks over at Aaron and is like, "Do you have a way we can see past the wall, maybe, without,
Let me think.
I don't know what kind of spells you have."
That's hence why I'm checking to see if I have anything that'll let me do that.
Plus, I don't really have anything. Plus, I still haven't recovered everything I need. He just kind of snaps his fingers and like some holy energy just kind of fizzles in and out. I'm assuming I don't have my spell slots yet because it's not been a full 8 hours, right?
Correct.
I am the greatest there ever was.
I don't have anything that let me do that now.
Jacob just kind of goes up and is like, okay, kind of puts his ear against the wall, tries to see if he can hear through the little wall Aaron put up.
Well, they just closed the door, Aaron put the glyphs on the other side.
Oh, okay. I mean, if they mess with the door at all, we'd know, right?
Probably hear a big kaboom.
Yeah.
All right, so Jacob, as you're putting your ear to the door, you explode. No, I'm kidding. You hear a voice on the other side say, "Hello?"
It's like there's someone on the other side.
I have friends on the other side.
Oh my god.
Murder.
Are we responding or what's going on here?
I mean, it's pretty obvious we're in here, so.
Hello?
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 Okay, good. I imagine you can hear me now with the water not muffling this.
Yeah?
Yep.
So I'm going to take a wild guess and assume whatever number of you are in there are the ones who broke into my prison.
Eat everything.
Yeah. Yep, all 200 of us.
I don't think 200 people could fit in this room.
Jacob's just kind of Jacob's mostly just saying that with like the driest of sarcasm.
Thank you, Usopp.
Black dragons are all bitches.
First the meat, then the bitches. Anyway.
For the moment, I kind of want to know why you decided to break in my prison, but I'm hearing very muffled, tired noises. I'm going to assume you guys are trying to rest.
I mean, that depends. Who's asking?
I'm the warden.
Oh, nice to meet you. I'm going back to bed. Wake me up in 2 hours.
All right. Jacob sighs deeply and's like, "Nice to meet you, Warden. I'm James."
I don't know. Okay, hi, James.
This is it's and the noises you're hearing are actually just preparations for stuff. Looks over at Tarnok just with like,
Okay. Some sort of violent stuff, right? Or are we going to be able to talk and you can explain to me what the fuck is going on?
Jacob Jacob's like, it depends entirely upon what you intend on doing with the members of the Resistance.
Jacob, why would you just say that?
Jacob,
Idiots are tasty.
Look, I don't know what's going on. I'll wait an amount of time. Let's say, 2 hours, I guess. And then you can conceivably dispel the shit out of the traps you set around the door. Maybe we can get to talking and figuring out why
you
the hell
what.
you're in here.
I'll dispel them if you promise not to attack us when we come out.
By the way, did he get hit with one of the arrows?
This is actually a woman's voice, but I can't do a woman's voice because I'm a man.
Fine. Did she get hit with one of the arrows? Because the
I can
only
do a
people,
woman's voice. It's very sensual.
the only people I excluded from its things is us four.
She sounds a distance away from the door.
Oh.
Hence the need to remove the water, I guess.
Jacob just kind of glances over at Aaron
Far
and's
away
like,
that they'd have to be. Let me look at my spell.
Jacob just kind of glances over at Aaron for a moment and's like, to be entirely fair, Aaron, we what else could we possibly have been here for?
30 feet.
I mean, we could have been breaking out some really dangerous criminals. Not that we're gonna do that, but still.
Well, yeah, but it's better. Well, yeah, but is it are we trying to make our are we trying to make our the Resistance not known then?
I
They
want
know
to
it
eat
exists.
mermaids.
How do we know that they know it exists, Jacob?
Because they have Resistance members in the prison.
That were imprisoned by the goddamn queen. The queen's like, put these guys in prison. They don't ask questions.
Tarnak just pops up and just looks at both of you, just like, shut up and go to sleep.
Jacob's
He
like,
goes back to like curling up in a ball.
Jacob just kind of sighs a little bit. It's like, okay, look, it's a fair offer. We'll just go ahead. We'll sleep.
Fathom grabs Jacob's leg and just like, give me more of the gold bars.
It's like, Jacob's like, we'll go to sleep. We won't dispel it yet. We'll just go to sleep. We'll keep everything on the door and whatnot, and once we're ready, we'll just go see her. How's
Okay. You guys going to sleep for 2 hours now?
Has she agreed to not attack us when we come out?
All right. She says, "Oh, okay then. I guess I'll wait until then."
agreed?
I
And
guess 2 hours pass, or
Transformers time skip. You all wake up.
yeah. Aaron just kind of shoos everyone away from the door.
Jacob just
Ow, what did I miss?
Jacob just kind of sets up his shield and kind of crouches.
Ow.
Tarnok is just going to stand by him, just looking down at him with his arms
Well, the
folded.
warden knows we're here, so we're gonna try and talk this out.
Whoa,
Hopefully.
wait. The warden knows we're here?
Warden knows we're here.
Why didn't you wake me up to eat her?
You didn't say
Because-
anything stupid, did you?
Of course
Well-
you did.
Well, for starters, interestingly enough, her first instinct was to try. Her first instinct was to try and talk to us rather than just try and dispel the door and make our lives terrible.
Right. But you didn't say anything stupid, did you?
Did Aaron talk to her?
I mean, Aaron kind of.
I'm opening the door now.
Okay.
Okay.
She dispels the runes and opens the door.
What did you talk about?
Just in a second.
There's no.
Aaron just peeks her head out the door.
Okay. There-
This woman over here makes a light wave. There's a rather large creature next to her.
Hello. Why
Hi.
is that one head hiding behind the other heads?
Hail.
Tarnok peeks up.
I don't know.
Can I eat
that's,
that, Aaron?
Not yet.
Is this whole
Okay.
area just air right now, or?
Yes.
Wow.
The halls too.
Yeah, you looking at the halls, you even see the little hole that used to be there is clamped shut with like metal slats. It's mostly so the fucking water doesn't pour in, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So why is the water missing?
It's a thing they do in the prison.
Aha. Feather pokes his head out, pokes his head back in. You didn't say anything stupid to the warden, did you?
Look, I don't.
Hail!
Tarnok comes up from behind her and stands up behind her going,
Yes, hi, hello. I'm Warden Sepha. You look awfully familiar, actually.
Probably.
Well, maybe.
I probably should have put the mask on before stepping outside, but oh well, hindsight's
You're-
2020.
You know us humans, we all look alike.
He's talking to me. She's talking to me, Jacob. Oh my god.
Jacob looks over at Aaron and winks. He knows. He's just being silly.
It's a good thing. Okay, so 25 feet away, they would have gotten hit, but because it's been 8 hours, my magic's died down.
Tarnok Gibbs smacks Jacob in the back of the head with his tail.
Ow!
I pick up the 5 arrows that didn't fly off into Dennis.
Yes, only the other ones did.
Yet the other one of the 6.
Yes, the other one did.
So let me just make sure my
You're
inventory's
just like,
up to
well,
date.
I'll let you do the talking. You know, you obviously have the plan.
Yeah, the plan.
Yeah,
Namely-
the plan.
Hey, you guys think you can do better? You can do it. Yeah.
I plan to sneak in and sleep in a prison?
I thought we
Well-
were supposed to kill everything.
No, we were supposed to get people.
Guys,
Judging from your squabbling incessantly at each other, I'm assuming not everything has gone according to plan.
Not really.
I'd personally like to know what that plan was in the first place. What
Aaron
did
said
here
I
to
get
rescue
eat
some
mermaid.
Well, you
people
see,
who were
we ended up
wrongfully
having to
imprisoned
go
by the
around
Queen.
and get some gold.
I honestly
Everyone's-
didn't hear jack shit of that.
I
Everyone's
said
just
if the rest of my party would shut up for 5 seconds so I can speak, you assholes.
Karnak lowers his head.
That we're here to rescue some people who were wrongfully imprisoned by the Queen.
You see, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about that we shouldn't be saying.
Okay, I can imagine this would have been a prison break at the very least. Why the actual fuck else would you be here? Who has been wrongfully imprisoned?
I'm trying to think, did we actually get names of people?
You absolutely did not.
Nope.
You know, come to think of it, it'd probably have been a good idea if we got a list.
Aaron just slaps Jacob.
Yuck!
Karnak gift smacks Jacob with his tail again.
So, okay.
Tell you what. Given I know the relative time period that this would be happening, because I'd have heard about it from my 2 siblings in dream sequences,
Okay.
I can ask about people who were imprisoned during the time span that the rebellion was formed and why they were imprisoned.
Okay.
That way we can judge, like, hey, maybe let's not free these mass murders and shit.
So, like, is that the general whole Askari thing that's going
Yeah.
on?
During our 8 hours of sleep last night, asking who the hell we were supposed to be rescuing.
I
Two
mean,
dream
granted, I
sequences.
could retroactively say that I used the fucking dream spell to do so, but you know, hindsight. Anyway, do I need to roll anything for this?
So wait, you're asking her to say, like, who's there, right?
In
Who's
the very specific time period that was when resistance people would have been arrested.
All right, persuasion.
All right.
Bards.
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 You passed the speech skill that needs a 75 or greater in your speech skill slots.
It's like,
Well, we've. Oh, I'm trying to words with my brain.
I can't hear that.
Wait, you can't telepath? Fuck! What I've been transmitting to you this whole time.
Porn.
Oh, okay. So we do have people in here, but most of them are part of this weird group that spawned a group recently. There's been this weird group that spawned up out of nowhere and has been causing general havoc for the populace. and they've been caught, and we've imprisoned them.
General Havoc, how so?
Property destruction, theft.
Aaron just kind of face palms and mumbling under her breath wishes that, like, something about wishing her sister had mentioned this earlier.
Arn, isn't your sister's friends the good guys?
What?
Well,
Like-
I mean, the theft part isn't so bad.
You would say that, Fathom.
What?
That, like, generally most people we've imprisoned in that time have been doing some really abhorrent things. I think at least a couple of them have in fact murdered civilians.
All right, so we're obviously not breaking those ones out, but
Jacob just kind of inhales, and then like his cheeks kind of puff up a little bit, and as he kind of looks away, he's like, "Got to ask these questions." It's like-
I don't really care enough to ask the questions.
Like, are you guys mercenaries? Are you also
yes, that's
part of
Yeah,
this?
yeah.
we're
totally.
mercenaries. That's exactly right.
We're getting
Arn's
a lot
sister
of money
told us
for
to
this.
come here.
Hey!
And we're getting paid for it.
Like a lot of money, like
Okay.
at least 5 silver, 5 whole silver.
I'll fucking double that if you perhaps tell me who sent you or
We're getting
where they came
paid?
from.
All right, that's not on me. Handle that how you will.
Complete silence.
Before we do any further negotiations, can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
How is Bethlyn doing?
Who?
I don't see her very often, but I'm sure she's doing well. That's awfully personal to an awfully personal an address. Who are you?
I'm glances around awkwardly. An old friend.
Okay.
Jacob just kind of leans over toward Aaron and goes like, "Know her?" Like whispery toward Aaron.
What was that though?
He's like, "Do you know her?"
Aaron just motions for him to wait a second.
Like,
Just like, this is not a question I want to be answering while we're still in earshot of this person.
well, I'm whispering, but okay.
Fathom is just like shrugging as he's looking away. This is not on me. I don't know anything that's going on right now. I'm along for the ride. But he's not actually saying that. He's just kind of mentioning that with his body language.
It's like,
Okay, I'm gonna just run with the excuse of being an old friend here. Give me just a... When we saw this job, we decided to take it in hopes that perhaps I might run into her again. See how she's doing, if she's acting any differently than she was over the past years that I knew her.
Sort of. Suppose ever since she put on a crown, she's had this different outlook. She seems horribly smarter. Why?
That's not good.
I'd like to help her. And if that means taking that crown away, then that's what I'm gonna do.
That's
Fathom kind of looks at her just like, All right, I'm along for the ride. I'm along for the ride. I'm along for the ride.
Jacob's like, well, Jacob just kind of looks over at Aaron and whatnot there, and he doesn't have his warhammer brought out just yet, but he is definitely tightening his grip on his shield.
Has something been preventing you from meeting her thus far?
Sharks.
Guards.
Well, I'm sure I could certainly set up a meeting with you two.
Swimming is hard.
Oh yeah.
It
Limitations.
depends
of the
what kind of
surface
meeting someone like a prison warden could set up.
I could get you in the throne room if I wanted.
In chains or not?
Well, it's really up to you at this point.
I'd prefer not. How about you guys?
Agreed.
I'm hungry.
Of course you are.
Chains kind of chafe.
I'm gonna roll insight to see if I can gauge what the warden's thinking right now.
Sure, go ahead.
And
So far, absolutely everything she said seems to be completely genuine.
second question, do I know what this is?
Roll me nature.
I always forget that this is one of my proficient skills.
I wanted to see if I knew if I could eat it. Or if I knew it beforehand.
Oh, Aaron's thing. This is a hydra.
Aaron kind of... Go ahead.
It's one of them strange mythical creatures where if you cut one head off, two spawn in its place.
Aaron looks over at the Hydra. And the Hydra's here because...
Well, we just drained the water out, and he can only hold his breath for an hour, so might as well bring him up here. Also, in case you guys were psychotic, so that's also a thing.
Actually, that's a pretty fair point.
Its head
That's
was cut off
fair
3
enough.
times.
Oh shit, math. The cat's freaking out.
You know, this is a totally off-topic question, but how did all the heads get along?
Like, is this question out of character or in character?
This is in character. He's just musing about this under his head.
Well, as far as you can see, like the far left and the far right ones aren't seeming to get along at all. The second to left and second to right ones are fairly okay with each other, and the middle one is just chilling behind all the other heads, apparently.
It's like, Hydras are weird.
They're weird.
Aaron kind of motions for the warden to wait, then turns to her party members. Okay, so we can either go and speak to fuck, I how to pronounce this.
However the fuck I pronounce my sister's name. Who named her? My parents?
Yeah, like, God, how dare they?
God, I'm so glad they're dead.
Belthan. So we can either go and see Belthan now and potentially get in really deep shit, or we can continue with this prison break idea and get in really deep shit.
Well, either way, we're in deep shit, and I feel like going to your sister, or your whoever that was, your Bella Fuerte friend, is the course of action that we're kind of wanting to go to begin with, anyway.
Not sure how comfortable I feel about freeing people who've been involved in civilian casualties too.
I suppose if we go directly there and free her from the armor and potentially the crown, then we could hopefully coordinate everyone in working together to free anyone who was just caught up in the crossfire.
Do I get to eat more?
Here's a piece of piranha.
Tarnak gladly takes it. He says, takes that and then says, I go where small mermaid.
Good.
Aaron, I trust you. I'll follow your lead.
Why am I the leader? Oh God.
Well, I mean,
this
you
is
know the.
your area, so you get to lead in this area.
Okay,
know-
but
you know
only
everything-
on the condition that you guys lead if we go to your areas.
Agreed.
Fine.
I hate my family, though. I shouldn't go.
Aaron turns back to the warden. Okay, I think a meeting with Bethlin would be nice.
Great. It's gonna be a weird meeting. All right. So you might want to get back into that room over there. You see that steel slat? I gotta kind of open it, and then water's gonna splash in.
Right, currents. Okay, guys, back into the room. Make sure you're holding on to something.
I mean, close the
Turn on-
door.
Tarnak
too.
picks up Arn.
What? Not what I meant, but okay.
Oh. Sorry.
Oh, joy.
Hold on a second. My cat's chewing my wires. No.
No, cat, no.
Tarnak also picks up Feather.
Poor Jacob is not picked up.
Nah,
Jacob
Scary enough.
does follow along, yeah.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Okay, so I'll just describe it as it goes. So through this whole complicated process of filling the hallway back up with water, the warden does starts actually swimming to the door that you all hold up and knocks on it when the hallway's finished doing that water thing.
Gives on opening. Tarnak opens the door.
Oh boy.
Okay, so you've opened the door.
And
Water comes flooding it.
I should mention that like the room you were in was also starting to slowly fill as well.
Ah, dang it.
Okay.
So, why did the door need to be open for that? Closed
Oh.
for that, rather.
Well, the water suddenly rushing into that room is going to start damage it, so we try to funnel it in different ways.
Fair enough.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but why did we have to be in that room?
Did you want to go in a different room?
We could have been in this room.
Which room?
One we're standing in now.
If you wanted to stand underneath the sudden rush of water, I suppose.
I mean, it would be a sudden rush either way.
Aaron points up at the area that they came from. Water falling on your head, Fathom.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Cap might have fallen off.
I'm not going to get into the physics of it.
Thank
It's
you.
like Jacob just kind of holds his hat on his head.
Well, I got mine tied on.
As I am wearing Feather's hood.
I still don't like you for this.
I don't like it.
All right, it's probably the Hydra's like there, but it's moving slowly away in the water.
It swims off.
Basically,
Isn't it inconvenient to keep a Hydra down here if it can't breathe underwater?
it can sort of, but we've had it for a while, and we just literally can't fit it out the building. I mean, you've seen the door to the entrance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, were those things guarding the door people?
Yes, those were, and you've killed each and every single one of them.
Midget did it.
Which one of us is the midget?
He's pointing to Feather.
I didn't kill anyone.
He also ate them all.
Right.
What?
Orange just face palming, like,
Not exactly.
Tarnok's already been in prison and it was boring as hell. He doesn't want to go back.
Not exactly water under the bridge, but as long as we can correct whatever misunderstanding this has been, they'll all be fine. She seems to be struggling saying that.
Were you angry?
I'll
I
give you a
think
guess.
he's very angry, Tarnok.
Please stop poking the bear.
There's no bear here.
She's the bear.
She's not a bear, though.
It's a metaphor.
I mean, it could be. Who knows? Maybe I got polymorph. Shh! Don't tell anyone. I'm a water. No, kidding. Let's
What's
go.
a metaphor? Can I eat that? That's like walking.
Oh my god.
It's a thing that
Don't bother. He's not gonna get it.
Captain Glandover is now playing Fallout 4.
that was actually a misclick. I'm sorry.
So you all wake up in the back of a cart, and
Ah, so that thief over there. No, get back to it.
you wake up in a cryogenic chamber only to see your wife being shot by some guy named whatever the fuck his name was.
Killigan.
Killigan? Holy!
Why was his name Killigan? That's like, who names their child Killigan?
No, my
Like-
Outback Steakhouse is getting shot while my baby back ribs are being taken. You son
What
of a
time?
bitch.
What time are we at?
41.
Oh, that's
Okay.
funny.
So yeah, she's like sort of guiding you through the upper floors of the prison and through the front entrance, and then all the fucking way up through, because you swam down to even get here. So she's swimming up. I'm having trouble describing this. It's really hard making swimming through like water exciting. Honestly,
Smash cut.
Smash cut. Does you arrive at that center thing in the middle of the place, the big
Okay.
green thing.
The big green thing. Oh my god.
Wow.
And you does you a swim real good up in that place so hard that you eventually arrive at a destination one would describe as a throne room.
Gaspy.
As you see, there's a guard at each pillar of this place. One of the pillars has this dude over there.
Aaron just waves.
Dude waves back. Over there, a little bit by that statue, is Arin's other sister. What was her name?
Could you zoom in on her again?
Sure. C. Kira.
Pun.
Ha ha ha. And on the throne itself,
Oh, that means I can post that on Twitter at a point in time.
yeah,
Chest has eyes.
Oh. Hi there.
Her chest has eyes. Oh, hi there.
the guy there's.
Well,
Your sister looks mean.
don't say that in the middle of the throne room.
Why?
Muffled 70 feet away underwater. She's just looking at you, and she's putting a hand to your ear and just questioningly motioning your arms like, what?
Hey, Beth, how's it going?
Holy shit, Arin! Hey!
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 Hey, what's with the military shit?
Oh my god, I'll be surprised if we leave here in one piece.
Tarek wonders why Jacob and Fathom are looking like worried.
Jacob's just got this look on his face like, what?
Fathom has his face in his hand right now.
His mask in his hand right now.
I'm just preparing for some stuff. What's with the whatever the fuck those are behind you?
Excuse you.
Tarnock like jumps up and just glares at her.
These are my friends. I made them above the water.
You made them above the water? Holy shit.
I've been exploring in the time I've been away. What the hell has happened while I've been gone?
Oh my god, a whole fuck ton of shit. You should have been here. Well, you couldn't be, but...
This is the last thing I expected. I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't this.
Okay, she just suddenly swims down and just gives Arn a big freaking hug.
Arn kind of one arm hugs back, keeping the gloved arm on the bag of holding to make sure she doesn't get on the bag to make sure she doesn't get the fucking mask while they're doing this. She learned from last time.
All right, she just finishes hugging and just backs up a bit. Goodness, what the actual... And Sepha's here. Hey,
Oh?
There was a bit of a... I'd say misunderstanding, but it was more like misinformation.
She's a bear.
Oh!
Arn just presses two of her fingers into the bridge of her brow like,
Neat.
deep breaths, Arn. We're being diplomatic right now. Yes, Chewbacca, I hear you.
Why is everyone sighing?
What time are we at?
45.
It's been 3 minutes since you last asked that question.
It felt longer than that. Jesus.
Now you know how I feel when I'm doing my Let's Plays.
You didn't answer the question. What's with the militarization of seaflow? What's going on with that?
Militarization? No, I'm kind of preparing a bit because this fucking crown does visions and shit sometimes.
He just kind of Jacob just kind of stares at the crown for a second, and he stares at the crown, seeing the symbol on there.
Yeah. As a refresher, can you just go ahead and bring up that?
Okay.
Secrets, good crown of good fortune.
Oh, that's a nice little picture. I am so glad that I see this.
Considering considering Jacob's taught the secret before, he probably probably knows exactly what he's seeing in there.
Yeah, I did the same thing when I put it on, and that's why I got exiled. Funny, huh?
Uh-huh.
Probably should have not said what I was seeing, but you know how that goes. I hear some of our family isn't so happy about what's going on.
Okay, what is going on?
Well, Ares got real mad that I became queen, and then she became a terrorist, and then we fought a lot, and then we're still fighting, and now she's recruiting people to do things, I think.
Link.
With money.
Jacob's like, hang on, so the crown isn't evil?
Yeah, that is pretty much the case.
Yeah, that's secrets.
Tarnock listens to what she's saying. Does Tarnock believe her? What are his instincts telling him?
What are you?
Insight. I think he's saying he's rolling insight to see if she's being truthful.
Yeah, I'm like that. Like I'm not saying like arm, but I'm just saying like what's Tarnock's gut feeling telling him?
She's clearly leaving out a good amount of details. Like just skipping over some stuff.
Tarnock walks in front of Arn and just looks down at the princess or whatever. You're not telling
Queen.
everything.
But
Okay. Well, that's your opinion.
speaking of, where'd the fancy chest plate come from? She's like keeping her own gloved arm hidden right now.
Yeah, funny should say this. I found this in the treasury before. It seemed like a magical chest plate, and I put it on, and it lets me do some stuff.
Yeah, funny thing about it.
Yeah, that's a really nice piece you have right there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it looks just kind of looks over at the chest piece and then just kind of glances over at the rest of the party to try to get an idea of what they're thinking. Mostly he's looking over at Aaron and Fetham to get an idea of what they're probably going to do next.
Tarnok's picking his nose.
Oh my god, Tarnok, we're in front of royalty. You can't just do that.
Fetham just scratching his chin, or the mask portion of the chin, trying to think. Alright, so how are we going to try to steal that chest plate from her?
I'm guessing this is in thought.
Yes, it is.
It's like...
So what kinds of neat stuff can you do with the crown and chest plate anyway?
Well, the crown seems to be just letting me know more things, and occasionally visions, I guess. Been able to thwart a whole bunch of stuff Ares keeps trying to do. The chest plate just seems to do spells, I think.
What kind of spells?
Hold on, let me try one of them. And she fires off this to the wall.
This? Ah.
Eldritch Blast, everyone's favorite.
Everyone's favorite spell.
Everyone's favorite.
Acro does that.
So, why wasn't Ares happy that you became the queen? You two got along pretty well when we were younger.
Yeah, I suppose, but we were born, like, we hatched at literally the same time, and it was practically a coin toss to decide who got to take over after you left. Exiled, actually, sorry.
So,
Funny
while
how
this is
that works.
Oh yeah, and while this is going on, Jacob is just kind of looking around at the situation. In case things go wrong, he's trying to size everything up and whatnot. They're trying to see how badass these guards are. At least trying to get an idea.
Family is always thick as thieves.
Okay.
Are thieves really that thick? I mean, most thieves I've met are pretty thin.
They're pretty skinny, yeah.
It means that their bonds are very tight until there comes along a piece of power or money that comes in between them. Then they fight a lot.
Is that why you're really small?
I am not small. Only compared to you.
So, Arn, while you're here, do you got any place to stay? I'm sure I can find something for your friends.
Mostly, I'm getting conflicting stories, really. Some people are saying you're this awful tyrant who's militarizing for no reason. Other people are saying that you're like a benevolent ruler. And I'm trying to judge for myself, but, you know, it's hard. I'm trying to see the best in people, but...
Well, I'd try to give you advice on that, but I'm a bit biased toward one side.
Yeah, hence my problem.
Is she
See?
still exiled?
No, fuck no. I honestly have been clearing some of the stupid shit out of our government for
She's
since
the
I took
better
office.
sister. You should believe her.
Yeah, but Ares is also my sister? Like, I don't get where your logic here is.
I said the better one. I didn't say the one.
Oh no, Bethelyn's your real sister. Yeah, so's the other one. And Bubbles.
I really don't like the other.
as well as this fucking idiot is my brother, and over there is my other sister.
Yeah, this idiot over here is just playing with his fucking stupid-looking swords, and her over there is just eating the whole fish whole. The whole raw fish, just crunching at it.
Look, Tarnok
really?
is a woman after your own heart.
Tarnok swims over.
Oh my fucking...
I was joking, but okay, sure, I guess we're doing this.
And there he goes.
Tarnok swims over and it's just like floating in front of her. Do you have any more fish?
Mm-hmm.
Some.
Okay.
Thank you. And he's just eating fish with her.
And they lived happily ever after.
Orin just face palms. Well, I guess we're not leaving here anytime soon. I guess we're gonna need a place to stay for at least the night, while I think about the whole situation.
You know what? Sure. I'll set that up. Set that much up at least. I'll see about that.
Yeah, if you don't mind me asking, you don't have to answer this. What did you see?
Okay, so someone, and here's the thing: I'm purposely not going to give you some details on this because future changes a lot, and if anyway, someone's going to come over and try to destroy the city or take it over, and I'm making sure that they're not going to be able to do that.
I see. So, these visions and stuff, do you get to see who
Well,
they
she
look
just
like?
said future changes a lot, right?
Yes, but I was wondering if
I'll be
this
right
person
back also,
always
one
looks
sec.
the same.
Well, no. Sometimes the visions switch a lot. One time during a vision, it was a kraken. Another time, it was a whole army. So it's very dynamic, I suppose. But the results stay the same.
Did take care of we didn't actually take care of the Kraken. We just kind of fought it, but
We
okay.
ran!
I mean, yeah, but we burned it pretty good.
Oh, that's adorable.
Concerning news, but I'm sure you're all waterlogged, I guess. Is that a thing you guys deal with up there?
Only without magic.
Okay.
I mean, we wouldn't really be here if we didn't have magic dealing with that.
Like, how are you down here right now? Because
We swam.
granted, but like, how are you like breathing and talking right now?
You know, I'm going to leave that as a trade secret for the moment, because
Jacob.
I'm kind of in the... I need it for survival, so the more people that know about it, the more unsafe it becomes.
Jacob is fighting every urge in his mind to like not adjust his hat right now. Like, and just.
I'm sure you understand.
Not really, but I'll. As far as your decision to do so, by all means.
All right.
Okay then. I'll see what I can get set up, and heck, maybe we can set up a breakfast or something.
Good.
Sounds good.
I can't wait
Starbucks.
to learn about Aaron's new friends.
Jacob just kind of glances over at Aaron and then at Feathem and whatnot. They're trying to get an idea of what their current like state of mind is.
Wait, why do I have a 9 on my guy?
Mostly, I can definitely tell that. I can definitely tell that Feathem is nervous, but Aaron, he's mostly trying to get a read on.
And Tarnok is fine.
Tarnok has a new friend.
Exactly.
So
It's on a date.
I think this is a good place to cut off the episode. How about you?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. See y'all
I'm back.
in the next part of Dragon Ball Boats.
What?
Tarnok. Watch Tarnok. Ball G.